Hello. Are you wondering, is he the one for me? Do you discuss this with your friends and family? How do you know? While on your search for Mr. Right, you can't expect someone who's perfect, but you can expect someone who is perfect for you. Decide that you are having the perfect partner for you. What if by the end of this video you gain the clarity and knowledge needed to know your Mr. Right? Tip number 1. What qualities are important to you? For example, some great qualities could be honesty, compatibility, chemistry, compassion. What would you like to have in a mate? First, you need to know what traits are important to you. Now, that might sound obvious, but most people don't take the time to think about that. Don't expect your mate to have all of these traits, but as long as he has most of them to some degree, it's a good sign that you found someone that you could be happy with for the long term. Tip number 2. When meeting up for a date or even before, tune into your body. Your body knows all. It's the area above the belly button that you may feel a heavy churning feeling, and that would indicate beware. Think of your body like a radio station or an antenna. That is why the gut has the same neuron receptors as the brain, hence the gut brain. Tip number 3. Take the blindfolds off. Don't place your illusions of romantic ideals on the guy. What you see is what you get. Keep your eyes open. For example, if a guy asks you out and the inside of his car looks like his home, he just may be living in it. Or if he stares at other girls when he's taking you out, or even makes disrespectful comments, that is who he is, and unless you're okay with that, rethink seeing him again and save yourself possible future heartache. Forget about polishing the diamond. If he's rough, he is rough. Tip number 4. One trait that probably wasn't on your Mr. Right wish list was manipulation. If your new guy tries to control you and your life, you have to be aware since it can be sometimes very subtle. For example, he may not like you enjoying time with your girlfriends, or he may try to even isolate you from them. Then my guess would be that you wouldn't be happy with someone like that for the rest of your life. A word on flirts and flatterers and men that are unavailable. What your Mr. Right is not is one that does not flirt with others. Usually, flirty men are real charmers. They seem to know all the right compliments, and some women get swept away by all the flattery. These men are big on flattery, but they make empty promises and can't commit to you. They may even be in a relationship. They may be addicted to drugs, sex and alcohol. They may be gamblers. They may not introduce you to their friends and family. They are dishonest. They may even be narcissistic, only being concerned with his own needs and pastimes. Tip number 5. Just remember that finding Mr. Right doesn't occur in some time frame. It'll probably happen when you least expect it. Make sure that you keep your eyes open and that you see what is really there and not just what you want to be there. All too often, women will settle for Mr. Wrong because they pretended he was Mr. Right. Turn your asking for Mr. Right over to your higher self, the divine, the universal manager, or God, and let your higher power decide and validate your soulmate. You will receive your answer. It may come through a sign, like an image, or a gut feeling, a song, or through another person's words. The connection you have with your soulmate will feel familiar. The two of you will encourage each other to grow and evolve to your fullest potential as to why you were born on earth. Follow this advice and you will know how to know your Mr. Right when you meet him. In conclusion, most women would think of Mr. Right as someone they'd like to start a family with and get married. You don't want to rush, for instance, if you've had one date with him. It's probably not a good idea to move in with him or allow him to move in with you. It takes about 3 years to get to know someone, So even if you've considered the steps I've outlined beforehand, do let a season go by. Thank you for listening, and click on the link below for more valuable information.